I can't believe Kuro Games actually did this. They did something that they never have done before in the entire history of Wuthering Waves. They took Yangyang, the free starter character everybody gets on day 1, and immediately benched them, and then turned her into a full 5-star Havoc main DPS, calling it an SP character, and this is the first one ever. Half of the player base is calling it the smartest thing they ever done. The other half is going, wait, so now we're paying full price to upgrade a character we already got for free? Both of them have a point. But why did Kuro pick specifically Yangyang, and whether this is actually a good idea or not? Or a new monetization level wearing a nostalgia costume? Now Yangyang Shuangling or Yangyang SP releases on version 3.5 as a 5-star character Havoc DPS. The original 4-star Yangyang, an era support everybody had parked in the inventory since launch, did not go away. And I don't think any of you have Yangyang fully built unless you're a Yangyang main, or have Yangyang as a support character. Now this is the case where I think this is actually a very smart move. Yangyang is one of the most recognized faces in the entire game. She's on the splash art for Christ's sake. She's in half of the promotional material. She's the character that almost every single player has some kind of attachment to her just because she was the first one you've ever seen in a cutscene. Maybe you hate her because of the way she talks, or you love her because she's adorable. And for the entire lifespan of the game, she had been mechanically irrelevant. A cute little mascot you benched on week 1 as soon as you got your first 5-star character. Giving her an SP4 means Kuro found a way to make an emotionally important character relevant again, without touching or invading anyone's existing roster. You don't lose anything by not pulling her, other than not getting the limited character right now. Now comparing this to permanently power creeping all units into irrelevance and never doing anything about it, which is basically the standard in this genre, I think this is Kuro actually engaging in their own work instead of just constantly pushing the newest shiny 5-star characters and letting everybody else run. But what I think Kuro was trying to do the most is that they were trying to get back to Jinzhou, because they dived very deep into the other regions. From Renacita to Septimont to Lahairoi, even the Black Shore was a bit of a stretch. And then after 1.0, they just forgot about Jinzhou. We just saw Alto in the Lucilla main mission, and then speculations came. Let me just remind you of something. A couple of versions ago, we were talking about how Kuro just left Jinzhou and never looked back. And we were wanting them to re-include it some way or the other. Now they are trying to do this. And introducing Yangyang as an SP character, I think is the best probable move they could have done to reintroduce Jinzhou. Now here is the second part of the story. I think this is the most important conversation long term. This is the first SP character. It's very unlikely to be the last. And once you set the precedent like this, you have to think about where this goes on from here. If SP variants become a regular thing, here's the unfortunate version of the system. Every free 4-star character you've ever pulled, every character you already technically own, now has a shinier, more powerful 5-star paid version dangling in front of you at some point down the line. That's a really clever way to create a whole new existence of fear of missing out. It's not a pull this is a brand new character, it's upgrade this character you already own and already emotionally attached to because of the story. And this hits different, more personal. So what I think, the first one would be fine. Actually, it's really flattering. If it's well executed in the story, and nobody actually gets hurt by it, and it becomes maybe a yearly occurrence where Kuro slowly works on introducing more 4-star characters into the roster, not just flooding 5-stars into our faces. That would be actually a clever move. Maybe Kuro decided to get Yangyang as the first SP, and then introduce 2 new 4-star characters. Now let's talk about why Yangyang was obviously the first choice, because this wasn't random. She's the starter character. Every single player, free to play or whale, day 1 or brand new, already has an emotional relationship with her. That means the audience for this reveal isn't just people who like Havoc DPS units. It's basically the entire player base. Now for a pure business standpoint, that's as close to a guaranteed win as a character reveal gets. Low risk, maximum nostalgia reach, zero chance of who even is this character? If Kuro was ever going to test the water on this SP concept, doing this with Yangyang is going to always be the smartest move. Now one more piece of context worth mentioning, this drops the same patch as Wuthering Waves finally launches on Xbox and Game Pass, alongside a brand new region and a free Electro form for Rover that you would be getting regardless of your spending through the story. So Kuro clearly stacking this version with a mix of genuinely free content and a big system level reveal at the same time. This actually softened the misconception on Are they getting greedier? So what I think about all of this? As a standalone reveal, I think this is really good. A new region, and Kuro was very generous with the regions for the last couple of patches. But I'm not going to pretend that not getting a new character hurts. This kind of system that looks perfectly fine in isolation and only becomes a real problem if it turns into a pattern. Because let's be honest, there's a game out there who made a lot of SP variants. So if this will be the normal new way to get you to buy a new 5-star character as an old character and then just slap a redesign on it, now this would be a different conversation.
And let's be honest, Kuro is not going to do that anyway, they are just getting started. With the reintroduction of Yangyang as an SP, they're also giving us Yangyang's sisters, Sui Sui, Swarming, Jingrang, and Hissen.
But we just have to see how this goes. Let me know down in the comments, are you pulling for Yangyang SP? And do you think the SP characters are a good system or a slow motion cash grab in disguise? Up to this point, I really don't know if I will get her. I really do love Yangyang and I do have an emotional connection with her. And the chances of me getting her would probably be 80%. So this was my take. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch you guys at the next one.